I was always cooking and I didn't know why, but I never ever thought about it as a career.
You're in the top restaurant in New York working for the top chef, and then you said peace.
So I just kind of grew tired of 100-hour weeks. Working on the farm changed everything I know about vegetables.
What's your vision for it?
Turn it into an agricultural center that will be there forever.
Okay.
Hello.
This is diabolical.
Today we have a pretty exciting guest. I would go as far as saying a soft food hero of mine. His name is Joshua McFadden. He is the author of 3 cookbooks. His vegetable cookbook has my heart, but he has just launched and is in current tour with his new pasta book. Normally, I cook for every guest on the show, but today I'm gonna let Josh kind of take over my kitchen and show me how to make his pomodoro. I didn't pick pomodoro. It's such a simple dish, but I do think that people either add too much or add too little. So I'm curious to taste this because, from the picture, it looks possibly like the most perfect pomodoro that we're gonna try. But I have an interesting question for him. So this whole book, from what I counted, there's about 5 recipes with mushrooms. I wanna know what he has against them. Welcome to the zoo. Well, welcome to our little zoo for today.
So good.
We are basically celebrating you. We're celebrating Joshua on
We're celebrating pasta.
Which is a celebration every day, but we are specifically celebrating your recipes on pasta. Not so bad.
Okay, we're good. Did you already see the time on this? What does it say?
I don't really time it, I taste it.
You still don't put a timer? It's a golden rule.
No.
What does it say? It says 11 minutes. We're gonna set it for 9 minutes.
Okay.
The whole book is written for 2. So all the recipes are for 2.
Okay.
Because then when you get into territories of 4 and above, you're on your own. So I'm teaching you how to do it for 2 so you know how to do it well. And then when you keep scaling up, you're in uncharted territory.
What else can you tell us about this book?
We all need pasta right now in our lives. That's what we need, right?
Here.
So labor of love. I think I worked on this harder than the other 2 combined just because everyone thinks it's so simple, pasta that is, and it's not. So it's been really fun to kind of get in there and teach people how to fuck up so they can learn how to do it great.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a utensil? Tongs, anything. So if you had the tomato paste, you put the tomato paste in, the caramelization that takes effect.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a real umami. But we can bring this down and make this nice, and then you can always add a little bit more tomato product.
So we don't have to use lemon.
No, you don't want to use lemon. All right.
Why don't we want to put lemon in pasta?
I do, but
That's
not
like my
this.
safety net.
You would put lemon in here if I wasn't here?
Maybe. Why not?
Good thing she has a
7:02
book.
alarm clock. Pasta? 9 minutes.
Half the basil. Okay, good. We're good. So it's kind of starting to do its thing, which is really nice with the bigger bubbles. Okay, so we're gonna take it off the heat.
Okay.
We're gonna add a little bit of this starchy, lovely water.
Oh, my phone died. We don't have a timer anymore.
What are you doing?
Oh, no, it didn't. It's fine. Just kidding.
Oh my God. Okay, so where are we at?
301.
Let's go in there.
Put this in there?
Yeah.
You want to tell everyone what your favorite pasta is?
I like all of them.
Short
I like
and
all
long?
of them equally except for farfalle.
Absolute bullshit
That's
answer.
a garbage pasta.
All right, how are we looking?
You're making me nervous.
She's lovely.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
good. We're
gotta
happy.
Take her off.
It's done. It's ready to go. Cheese is all emulsified. Now I just fold that in. Oh
good.
my God. It doesn't need cheese.
She's perfect.
you think she's just saying that for the camera?
No.
Paisano.
Oh my God.
Shall I light our candle and have our seance?
Please do. Our seance.
That means our show is rolling. I'm gonna just... Welcome back to Campers. Today we have Joshua McFadden, who is a chef. You are a writer of 3 cookbooks. You've worked on a farm. You now own a farm. One would call you possibly an overachiever. And you don't love to put lemon juice onto some of your pasta dishes.
I do. Well, no, not on tomato. Pomodoro, the classic, doesn't need lemon. That's correct.
Debatable.
Yeah. We'll find out. That's the next episode. Tune in.
Mm-hmm. Stay tuned. Yes, you're clearly an overachiever within the food world and industry, but I kind of want to...
Thank you for that, first of all.
You're very welcome. I have owned this cookbook. I think it came out in 2017 or 18.
Yeah.
I've probably had the joy of owning it for the last 3, possibly pushing 4 years. And I have opened and touched it and saved and played with a lot of the recipes in there. So it's been a joy to go through it. I will be very honest, I just bought this. I did not own this book. So I have a lovely night ahead of me of looking through it. And you just came out with 6 seasons of pasta, and it is now sold everywhere.
Everywhere.
And people should indeed buy it and play with it and test out some of your recipes and have some fun with pasta.
Absolutely. How did you come by the 6 seasons originally, 3 or 4 years ago?
A chef. Yeah. So I was working at a restaurant called Leland in Prospect Heights. The sous chef, big fan of you, big fan of the book. He's very vegetable forward. So I think you touched his life with this book.
Oh, that's amazing to hear. I should go drop off one of those.
You should. It's local. You could be there in 5 minutes. We touched a little bit on your whole life, but first I want to take us back to young Joshua and what food looked like as a kid and who was cooking it. How were you guys gathering around the table as a family? And when food was maybe more of a staple in life versus just nourishment from your family?
Oh, that's a good question. Well, I grew up in Wisconsin. So I grew up around farms, not necessarily on one, but spent long summers at my aunt's farm. So I was always kind of loosely aware of seasons. And I remember like warm tomatoes. I remember rhubarb with sugar pails. And I don't make that up. It really happened because the other side of it was McDonald's and all kinds of fast food and things like that. So I feel like it was a good mix.
Okay.
We definitely had a lot of pasta when I was young. Nothing like this, but it definitely was one of the things that kind of really got me into it, honestly.
Pasta.
Yeah, cooking pasta. Or Italian food, I should say. I wasn't really that familiar with it, but it wasn't like it was traditional or it wasn't like it was necessarily good, but it was still comforting and the thing that I was the most excited to always eat.
Who was the cook in your family?
Most often it would be big meals at my grandmother's house, and she was always making pasta with tomato sauce. My mom cooked a lot. My dad cooked a lot. No lemon. No, definitely no lemon. I don't even think they have lemons in Wisconsin.
Probably not.
No. But there was a lot of different food. It was fun. It was fun.
So pasta brought you in. Did you like to experiment on your own at that age, or it was still just food is fuel? Like I have to eat because I'm hungry.
Right. Yeah. No, I think I was always cooking, and I didn't know why, to be honest. And I was fairly good at recreating like flavor memories of things. And it kind of made no sense. And my friends always thought that was odd. I just thought it was fun. And I was always into it, but I never ever thought about it as a career until much later.
Okay. Would you say you were a picky eater, or you would try pretty much anything?
I loved all food. I think
there's waves of childhood.
Yeah. There was a time that I didn't like, I hate saying this out loud, didn't like cheese on pizza.
What?
Yeah, that was short-lived. Definitely probably took a while.
I feel like
to
we
like
might need
mushrooms.
to cut that.
I know, right? It's weird. I'm gonna get kicked out of here.
So marinara, you would do a marinara
yeah,
pie?
which I still like now to this day, like a tomato pie. I still think, but I don't think I like the texture of cheese. I think is what it was.
Okay.
But then obviously that changed, and then mushrooms were later to catch up, which I love now, but I didn't like them when I was younger.
Can I ask you something specifically about mushrooms? In your pasta book, there's not too many dishes with them.
you can only write so many recipes. there's yeah, there's a lot of, it's funny, like there's not a lot of anchovy recipes either, and I love anchovies.
Fair. I feel like there's probably
There's
more.
no Batarga,
I love
which is crazy, and I love Batarga. So I don't know. It's the things that I go to the most, I guess. So Batarga feels like a special thing.
Okay.
That would be good with lemon.
Yeah, like pasta, but
Butter, lemon, Batarga.
Batarga.
Done.
That's all you need.
Some breadcrumbs.
okay. So we'll get back to the book, but it was just a call out. I was looking through it and like, I know in this guy, plentiful.
Mm-hmm.
And you have an illustration of them. So I feel like
Yeah,
you do
no,
have
it
a
is.
love affair, but really a slim picking in that.
Yeah, that's interesting. I don't know if later in life now writing this, it seems to be trying to get it to what's accessible the most to people around. And so like getting into all these different esoteric mushrooms that are available to me out my back door in Oregon are not necessarily what's available here or,
Sure.
somebody in Wisconsin. So I think it's just about like conveying that point and then giving enough information of what to do, how to cook mushrooms, clean mushrooms, or whatever it is. And then you can apply whatever you want. So
Okay. Cool.
I'm reducing down the content, simplifying the
We want the
opportunity.
mushroom content though.
Yeah, I know. Well, there will be another book.
Do you have a memory as like young Joshua, but maybe inching into your teens of when a vegetable kind of blew your mind?
That's a great question. I really do remember warm tomatoes. My dad would have like a salt shaker.
Right there, you would pick it and bite.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. I think, yeah, actually I do. Pickled, this is a wild one. Pickled Brussels sprouts. Didn't see that coming, did you?
Mm-mm. I also didn't see this coming, but
Yeah,
here we are.
There we are. No, that's really funny.
Can you paint me a picture of when you bit into that?
My dad has a really good friend that at the time worked for a specialty grocery supplier, and he would be distributing all these different specialty items.
Mm-hmm.
So we would always get all these really fun gifts, and one of them was this jar of Brussels sprouts. I don't think I've ever even seen a Brussels sprout. I don't even know why I put it in my mouth. I was like a young,
yes.
and it's like squishy or what is happening here? But I just remember absolutely loving it. And then my aunt had a really good friend where she grew up and had her horses that they would make kind of like almost what we know now as like a bottle conditioned Bloody Mary mix.
Cool.
So at the end of the season, they would take all of their tomatoes and then mill them up, and some of them got vodka and some of them didn't, with like garlic and all these things in it. So they were always having Bloody Marys, and then that's like the Brussels sprouts and the cheese and all these things. And then, so I would have obviously without vodka, but I just always really loved that like real tomato, like juice, like a real V8.
I do too. Not a V8,
but I'm saying like, no, but that's like what, this was a V12. So
questionable choice.
Yeah. I don't know, but it was good. It was
okay. Pickled Brussels sprout. How old do you think you were?
Probably like 10-ish, somewhere right around there. Yeah. Yeah.
Very cool. And you remember it very
Yeah.
vividly.
And then it kind of was like a gateway drug to the idea of like all the different pickled things, like pickled asparagus or wax beans and green beans and beets, things like that. So
at that point, did you start playing, like pickling yourself? It was more after buying and trying.
I didn't really start pickling until honestly I was working at Momofuku way back in the day, and learned how to really balance out
your brine,
the brine, and how it's different for everything, and how you're kind of like watching it, like how it's changing the next day and adding and subtracting and things like that.
What would be a brine for the Brussels sprouts? Perfect ratio, because you scale
it's a hot
everything.
brine. It would be in the first one. I think there is in the first one. There is an actual recipe. They're always simple. I always don't really do anything aside from just vinegar as a basic brine and garlic or thyme or something like that, because you can always take that cantaloupe out and add coriander to it or all these different things. But
sure.
I don't really like to be beholden to like that idea if it's going to be in something else.
Then
so you can add that to like a salsa verde and add coriander, or I'll do all these different things. So it's really is preserving it. It's, it's at its best. And then the least amount of like vinegar and or acid to allow it to just be like texturally preserved and then naturally sweet, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So just like yours.
This one was a little tangy.
No, it was perfect.
Being very kind. I know you went to Cordon Bleu.
Mm-hmm.
I also went to Cordon Bleu.
Mhm.
You probably did a few more months than I did.
Mm-hmm.
What drew you to culinary school? What made your brain go, this is the path I want to take? And do you think it was worth it?
The right idea.
Yeah.
I went to film school at Columbia in Chicago first, and then really fell in love at that time with actual restaurants, going out to eat and loving spaces. My mom was an interior designer. My dad was an industrial arts teacher.
So cool.
So I kind of grew up in the idea of like spaces and how to build things, and absorbed a lot of that. And then going to film school, kind of deterred by the idea when professors were like, well, what do you want to do? I was like, well, I want to make a movie, like tell a story, like all the things. And I somehow reluctantly found my way into that same storytelling with restaurants
Mhm.
and never look back.
What does that mean though? Like you're in school, you fall in love and you're like, that's it. Did you finish? No, you dropped out.
I dropped out to go to culinary school.
Wow.
I really like the idea of being able to travel and live and work in places and then get up and go. So I worked in San Francisco, Chicago, here in New York, went to Italy, a farm in Maine. And I think that that's probably one of the things that felt like continued education
Mm-hmm.
and kind of like really understanding life, if you will. And then it was just happy accident that it was surrounded with food and restaurants and stories and places that made it more.
And do you think school was worth it?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I went when I was like 25 and
Oh, okay. So you did a few years at
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I went when I was a little bit older. So I went knowing that like I didn't need to go.
Okay.
Right. And like the whole, like, you don't really have to go type
Yeah.
of thing. So I went with that idea and like really would like with the professors be like, can you order this, and this? And they're like, what do you mean? I'm like, I'm paying for it. So like,
Oh, they probably
bring in those ducks.
loved you.
Yeah, no, they did. It was actually
Yeah.
really fun. It was. So I just kind of pushed it a little bit more than you would, and it had stacks of books out and go out to eat more and drove everyone crazy.
And you did a full program and then did externship?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Was San Francisco your externship or was that the first
was.
job?
No,
That was your
it was
externship?
both actually.
Okay. You did extern and then stayed?
I did. Yeah. I had the opportunity to go work at a restaurant called Roxanne's. That was a raw restaurant that was affiliated with Charlie Trotter.
Cool.
And that was like in 2001. And right next door was a restaurant called Lark Creek Inn. And Bradley Ogden, one of the like great American chefs that kind of created why we're sitting here in many ways, was right next door. And so I was like, I would really love to be able to go and have my externship there and like learn and see those like classic American flavors and then be able to hopefully get a job at Roxanne's. Because they couldn't have been more different, you know?
Okay.
I mean, one was like cooking, and one was like, you know,
Chucking oysters in a nice way?
dehydrating like things and making cashew cheese and
Oh,
all kinds of, I mean, it was all raw. It was all vegan. And this is in 2001.
they were ahead of the
Yeah, it was.
curb right now.
Yeah, it was really, really wild. And it was also like a 3-star restaurant. So it was.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wait, Roxanne's was?
Mhm.
Wow.
Yeah, it was really wild. Michael Bauer, who reviewed it. I mean, I think he said something like it's the most exciting place since like Chez Panisse or something like that. Like it was a big deal, and I was really excited to work there. So
Is it still open?
No. But it was really fun. But then Lark Creek was really amazing. I remember like the longest day I ever worked was like 18 hours and like 43 minutes. And it was like a Mother's Day.
43, really?
I remember the timeout.
I know.
And it was amazing because I was getting paid because of California law. So and then overtime. So that was actually great. But it was like a Mother's Day or an Easter or something like that. And I was just,
Brunch
all I did was
into
like these
dinner.
donuts the whole day. And then the next half of the day was like something else that's all I was doing.
Like a machine.
Yeah. But it was great. I really, really enjoyed it.
With those two, what was the duration between the two before you headed to New York?
I was at 2 months at La Creek Inn, and then I was at Roxanne's for I think like 9 months or something like that. I left a little bit earlier than the traditional year because the sous chef that I was working with there was going out to open a restaurant called Hurley's in Napa.
Cool.
And I wanted to be out there. And at that point, I wanted to work at the French Laundry like everyone else.
Yeah.
So I put in my notice, and then
Then hopped on a plane to New York.
No, this is really great. So then I my apartment building, not my apartment, burned down.
Last man standing type of thing.
No, it was like a Seinfeld episode. Like literally, I wake up in the morning and there's like fire trucks, and I like open up and look outside, and they're like, "There's somebody up there," and like somebody's knocking on the door. Like it was, yeah. And then I'm like drinking coffee. I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to go back there. So it really displaced me from where I was supposed to be as far as like getting a car, driving from where I was in La Creek Inn out to this romantic, Napa Valley. So I ended up on a sailboat in Sausalito and trying to figure out what I was going to do at that point. And then I just kind of went back to Chicago and ended up going all around different restaurants there. Ended up working at North Pond.
Okay. I feel like that might have been a great displacement. I mean, it would have just been a different tale for you, but
no, actually it was, I'm glad that I found the path that I did actually. Cause I went to North Pond, which was continued education. And it was so hard. I ended up getting fired. It's hilarious.
Why? I love fired stories. Usually they were the most ridiculous
I just
reason.
drove Bruce, the chef, nuts. I just don't think we ever really got along. And I think when he was like letting me go, he's like, "We're not a school," because I would just like ask questions, and I was just so annoying. And then like, I didn't have what it took. But I also like look back, like I don't know who could do what we were supposed to be doing back then.
I see.
Like it was just so much. But I didn't realize like what I had learned. It was like that classic thing. So then I moved to New York, and then I ended up working at Franny's.
Franny's was your first stop.
Mm-hmm. I was going to work somewhere else, and I moved here to want to work in Italian restaurants.
Okay.
And then I just stumbled on that, and that kind of changed everything for me. So I think I went to Franny's with an unbelievable work ethic and having like classically trained as Andrew did as well. But like really started understanding like what olive oil tasted like, or just the basic ingredients, and then compounding seasonality. But coming from California, which at that time, 20 years ago here, we were the most seasonal restaurant in all the boroughs. I mean, It was crazy. And so I just assumed and took that for granted that everyone was thinking and cooking seasonally everywhere in restaurants. And that's not the case.
Can you talk to me about the famous kale salad?
The famous kale salad at Franny's.
At
2007.
Franny's. It's a famous salad. If you Google your name with kale next to it, it is wild what pops up. Claim to fame. I just pointed it out for yourself.
Yeah. That actually was at Franny's. It was pretty funny. It literally, I think in that article, New York Times with Melissa Clark, I think even when she was interviewing me about it, I was just like, I just got really bummed out with all the greens that were coming from like Satter Farms in that time of year. But you could get kale, because you can still get kale grown in a greenhouse or covered up by Agribon or something like that. So I'd had a dish like that at Lupa when I was working there, but it was wildly different. It didn't really have, I don't even think it had any acid. It didn't have your beloved lemon. I think honestly, it just had this interesting mixture of cheese and like olive oil and salt and pepper, and it was super earthy and really amazing. But I think that was like the precursor to like, how do we make this more like a Caesar, if you will? So then like introducing the garlic and the chilies and a lot of lemon, and making a slurry with the cheese, and then doing the thing, and it's just kind of
with crouton. Did the Franny's
breadcrumbs?
have breadcrumbs, not crouton.
In it, and then on it, and then more cheese and more breadcrumbs, more lemon,
I don't
more
know
oil.
if I consider that a salad with that much bread.
No, there's not that
It
much.
is.
No, it was the right amount.
Okay.
It was good. It was actually kind of changed the world. I had nothing to do with that. It took on its life of its own, but it was pretty funny that it really
You had a little.
fucking kale salad.
A
There's a
little
lot of
to do.
farmers out there that are really mad at me.
Now there's you go to, what's the salad spot? Sweet
Green?
Green. Cal Caesar, probably kind of a mimic of what you've created.
I got no royalties from them.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, let's.
It's a bummer.
I know.
So Franny's Lupa, Momofuku, then what was it? Blue Hill?
Blue Hill, yeah.
That order?
Yep.
Okay. Two of the most would probably say harder chefs to work for.
Mm-hmm.
Dan,
Mm-hmm.
how is that? Did you get burnt out? Is that why you left New York, or is that why?
Yeah, there you go. No, it was really fun. I mean, it was an interesting time, to say the least. It was interesting to be around like lightning in a bottle and kind of watch the world change at that time with all the different restaurants that were happening, and can very clearly see how it went from there to here as far as dining, or just, the way we think about food, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like 6 seasons. Like when I was cooking here, I would go to Kitchen Arts and Letters, and I asked them for a seasonal like reference, if you will. Like, is there anything that's like them? Like, they had nothing. So it was all these like English books like that are amazing, River Cottage, or what else? River Cafe books were kind of
London?
like that. Yeah.
Their books are amazing.
Right. Still, there's still so many people that are crushing it. And he literally was like, "Whoa, I know we don't have anything, but I can give you the New Jersey Farmer's Almanac for next year," because it would give you like the seasonality.
Oh, wow.
So like it's changed a lot. So like even going back to what you said about, kale at Sweet Green, like that's wild in 20 years that we've come that far. So it's pretty cool. But no, it didn't really burn me out. Like I was saying, I moved here to work, and then I always had this idea I was going to go back to the West Coast. And then the next step after here was working on a farm.
What made you decide to do that? You're in the top restaurant in New York, working for the top chef, and then you said peace. Or was it always the plan?
No, I think that, well, I don't know. Do any of us have a plan? I mean, I had a plan. I had a plan to just work and learn, and I did. And then I think I always wanted to work on a farm.
Okay.
And so that's why I started working for Dan, was to eventually go up to work at Stone Barns. And then during that process, I just kind of grew tired of how like 100-hour weeks. Like it was like, I'm learning what I don't want to do anymore.
Fair.
And so I wanted to be closer to a farm and spend time on the farm.
Did you get to work on his farm at all? Like learn anything, or was
Up
it
there?
all? Yeah.
No.
They don't teach
Well, I
you.
mean, I wasn't there. I was in the city. And I was supposed to
Okay.
go up there, and then I ended up not going.
Sorry.
Ironically, to work with Elliot Coleman at Four Seasons Farm. And Elliot Coleman was the one that set up the agricultural center for Dan at Stone Barns.
Wow.
So he was a consultant that like set all it up. So I went straight to the source and just like skip the whole, like, I'm going to work 100 hours a week and like look out there. I think that they're really engaged in it now. From what I talked to like other people that cook there, it's a very different world. And
Yeah.
like even Dan's different. I mean, the whole thing's different, and it's super special. But I just really wanted to remove myself from the city and just go to a farm and like be in the middle of nowhere, sit in saunas and swim in ponds and sailboats and pull kale out of the ground.
Back to Cal.
Back to kale.
How many years were you on the farm?
I was up there for about a year and a half.
It's a great timeline.
Wasn't working on the farm the entire time because there was some gaps, but about a year of farming, which was amazing.
Do you look at any vegetables differently compared to now knowing and seeing the love that goes into them, compared to you get your grocery haul in a restaurant and that's the produce right there?
Well, I think that working on the farm like changed everything I know about vegetables. I mean, that's what gave that idea, right?
Is that where you learned what 6 seasons is?
6 seasons is just the idea of,
But that's you created that.
well, yeah, but it was really the idea to just kind of get people to think, like, even if they're like, bullshit, there's no 6 seasons, I don't fucking care. Just think about like what's in season is the point. Like, stop eating like things out of season, or like the one recipe you bring to Thanksgiving and it's like asparagus. Like, what are you doing? So it just was that idea. Like, I think it's so important. I think it's really amazing to eat that way. It's supporting your entire local economy. It's delicious too.
Is there a vegetable that you think you ignored, not on purpose, while in kitchens that then you kind of fell in love with and now is the star of your world after farming?
Star of my world.
Yeah, what is the star of your world?
Why
Lemons?
is he looking at me like this?
Mm.
Well, no, what's really funny is when that book came out, everyone's like, well, what's your favorite vegetable? And no one prepares you for that. And then after you're asked that 1 million times, you have to come up with the real answer.
What is the real answer?
Potatoes. And it's the most underrated thing in there. There's some really good ones, but potatoes. Yeah.
Potatoes.
Yeah.
What was the timeline from farm life to writing book?
Well,
Or did it cross over?
no, I went to Europe for a while. I'd always like dreamed of doing a book. We can't just write a book unless you do something, it turns out. So I moved to Portland, Oregon with the intent to open up a campground
Okay.
that was going to be centered around like a really amazing little farm store, big old garden, spa. And then
Wow.
there'd be like different levels of camping. So some cabins, tree forts, whatever.
So cool.
And been able to do dinners and all these things. And then was working with some people from the Ace Hotel, and then when that kind of fell through. And then I met Dwayne Sorensen, who was the original owner of, and founder, I should say, of Stumptown Coffee.
Mm-hmm.
And then he was opening up restaurants, and then that all happened. Then I opened up Ava Jean's, even though I didn't want to, and wanted to open up a campground. And then that Ava Jean's just kind of took over.
Turned into a restaurant.
Turned into a real fucking restaurant. And it was great. It was really, I mean, I don't regret it, but it definitely like was a different path that I wanted to go. But it was also finding like I don't know if I want to use the word balance, but it was also kind of maybe bringing me back to the thing that I had trained and worked so hard for that I was giving up on.
Mm-hmm.
So it was kind of nice to do something well and then close that door.
So you were chef and owner.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What was that like? What was a real positive of owning and running a restaurant, and the real opposite of that?
It was all positive, more or less, until the pandemic.
Okay.
And then
That's when things had to get creative. And how long did you guys last until it is closed?
I sold it off.
Okay.
How long did it last?
Once COVID hit.
Yeah, it all stopped. To say
The
the
world
least.
stopped.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
food in particular, the amount of restaurants here.
Mm. Everything's changed. It's a completely different world.
Completely.
Yeah.
Completely. And then after that, or same time, you opened a few more,
Mm-hmm.
all in Portland.
Yeah, I was kind of actually getting back to the idea of more what I really wanted to do, going back to the film school, going back to like opening restaurants because I was inspired by restaurants.
Mm-hmm.
And that's ironically what I really kind of wanted to even do when I was opening up Ava Jean's. I had trained in it, understood it, did something that I'm super proud of as far as the restaurant and the cuisine and the inspiration and the format of the menu.
Mm-hmm.
But I really enjoy and still enjoy building restaurants and programs and design and branding and the whole 9 yards.
I was just going to ask the whole picture. You walk in and you've touched
I
colors of
would
the walls.
drive you crazy if you're like, we're going to build a restaurant there. And I'm like looking at it. I will have eaten there, understand the cuisine, the smell, the lights, like the music before you were like, we walked
You're
out
in
of
everything.
it. Yeah. Yeah.
You're in.
Yeah. Which drives a lot of people crazy, but I really love it. I love restaurants.
Do you
At the
think
same
you
time,
would-
I hate them.
Yeah, it's a beast and a baby at the same time.
Murder you, yeah.
Do you think you would ever open another?
I would love to open more restaurants, but not. I would love to open up restaurants, but from the idea of like curating and assembling teams
Okay.
and like helping with the overall brand and mission. Wouldn't want to get in the weeds of a day to day. Wouldn't want to be from a high level of like working with like the general manager and the chef and like kind of just touching things
Helping
through
them
that.
build.
Yeah. I love working with young chefs. I think that's really fun.
Absolutely. And you touched upon really briefly, but you went to Rome.
Mm-hmm.
You lived there for a bit,
Mm-hmm.
and you worked with the one and only.
I did, yeah. Alice
Waters
Waters project.
Can you tell me about that?
The American Academy in Rome. Yeah, that was really wild. That was, when
How did you get pulled into that?
a family that I work for was on the board actually, and were able to kind of open a door. And then, but I had worked for people that knew Mona, who was the chef, and then it kind of went that direction. But it was really amazing. I wish I would have gone to Europe sooner than I did in my cooking career, because you put that up on like, it's the same thing with New York. It's like, oh, you have to cook in New York, which is true, I think.
Yeah.
Just live in New York. And the same thing with Europe, of like going to Europe and like learn that thing. And when I got there, the thing that I learned, especially in Italy and Rome, is that I was very comfortable with that cuisine. Like
Italian.
And it was really funny when I got there and I was like talking to Mona. I'm like, I can't wait to go out to eat. And she's like, we don't really go out to eat in Rome. Like it's like in families' homes, and it's so like touristy and whatnot. But the raw produce and the raw ingredients and those things. So they were just inspired by like these really old cookbooks, and it was all from a farm that was just like whatever was dropped off. And it was just the most simple, but the best food. The menu was changing every day, and we'd cook for the fellows. So there'd be a lunch that people would sign up for, then it'd be a big dinner, and they were all kind of based on these menus and just changing every single day. But it was really special.
So cool.
Yeah.
How long was that?
That was, the blocks are like 3 months for everybody, and I would think I was there for like 4.
Right.
Yeah.
Did you get to travel at all while doing that?
Not enough. Yeah, I really kicked myself still that I didn't get to go to Istanbul when I was there.
Oh, Istanbul's great.
I know. I'm
I
dying.
mean, not around the corner from Rome, but close enough.
Close enough that you can jump on Ryanair and get there and have a lot of fun in 3 days, 2 days.
Yeah.
Easier for being there than here.
Yes.
But no, I spent a lot of time in Paris, which was amazing.
Are you a fan or not?
Love it.
Okay.
London, which was really cool. Really, really cool. I feel like I didn't have good coffee for 4 months, and then I got to London, and I remember like walking down the street and hearing it and then smelling it, and then like going in and like ordered this cappuccino or something, cortado, and they're like, they went to put a top on it. I'm like, don't
Let her breathe.
just let me see it. Because when I was, Italy has the best like cafe culture on the planet, but
it's really specific.
some of the worst coffee I've ever had.
Yeah.
That's why
It's
you need
I
the
don't-
grappa in there. No, I'm gonna definitely get killed for saying that, but I even when I was there, they'd be like, "What do you think of this?" Because they had this most amazing
And they're so
cafe
proud.
of everything.
Everything.
And
Italians.
so as they should be. And so they would be like, "Well, what do you think of this coffee? We're getting a roast." I'm like, "I think you should literally call Stumptown in Portland and have them ship you fucking coffee." And they're like,
you weren't fired.
"Get out of here."
There you go.
But no, it was, I don't know. There's something different about Italy. Never really got that. I don't be like, I'm sure now there's probably like some people like roasting some coffee somewhere. I just want to believe this.
It's still years behind. It will get there one day. So will other parts of Europe, but it's still, you kind of live in the dark ages in Europe, and it's so beautiful. But the first thing I do is I come home and I go to a cafe.
So you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's really actually quite funny. And I have this amazing Le Marzocco machine at my house that's like changed my life. Literally,
Like a big boy? Like how big are we talking for your home?
Big enough. It's amazing. But I'm doing this whole collab with them about carbonara and espresso.
Cool.
So I'm trying to go to Italy to do that there and get kicked out of Italy.
Can you drink pairing carbonara with
just
espresso,
having
or
it in the
just
morning
adding
time and having
pasta to go with it?
Yeah, it's the best. I mean, honestly, like it sounds crazy, but it's just, eggs and bacon on pasta. What's not to love, right? A little cheese. I'm oversimplifying this.
That's kind of what I had for breakfast today, but just put it on an English muffin.
Right, there you go. You don't get the twirl with the muffin. But so no,
You could.
You could.
Cut her up.
Hot
More
sauce.
of a bite.
Yeah. But yeah, so it was a really amazing experience. Just the raw ingredients. So to be able to walk in and get like mozzarella, burrata, or all those things, and just be sitting there on the street, just like eating it like an apple.
Yeah.
And it was absolutely like changed my life.
Better than any apple.
Yeah, but
Actually, probably pairs quite nicely with an apple.
Well said.
Yeah. Cookbooks. You got 3 of them,
Mm-hmm.
one of which has a James Beard Award.
Mm-hmm.
Timeline of all 3. You started, the first one was 2017 and now we're in 25. So I just did the timeline first. But when did Grains come out?
Right during the middle of a pandemic.
Oh boy. But maybe really good because people were home, maybe cooking.
Yeah, it's great
If
when
they
you can't
weren't
tour, say
drinking,
hi
they
to
were-
people, sit in your home depressed. Yeah, I think the grains that people were drinking,
Maybe we're more liquid.
yeah, were more
Cool.
liquid during the pandemic.
Okay.
So no, it's fun to be able to be out with something that will kind of do it again.
What was the process like for each? Or has it remained the same for all 3?
No, 6 seasons I drove everyone nuts, especially Martha. These things wouldn't be done without her.
She's part of all 3? Or okay.
Yeah. And I had no idea what I was doing, but knew what I was trying to do. Hence driving everyone crazy. Grains was really hard, actually. And then pandemic, so it didn't make it any easier. And then this one was the most fun.
Cool.
I don't want to say the most challenging, but the most, I suppose, challenging in a sense of trying to be accurate about demystifying why it's not easy to make pasta. And like being specific about that to really teach people and not like tell people. So they get comfortable with understanding, like I did this with this, I can do that with that. So it's,
Well,
that's the whole idea.
I
right?
applaud you. I don't remember. I'm sorry. I don't remember if it's in this book, but in this book, in every recipe, or at least 85% of them,
There's add-ons.
there's add-ons.
Yeah.
Is that in 60? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry. It's great. I think that's so helpful. That's why I've called your book these 2. Like I said, this is my weekend read, but they're encyclopedias.
Yeah. There's something for sure.
Paired with possibly some of the better food photography that I've ever seen.
Oh, that's amazing. Yeah. AJ
He's
and I
great.
had a lot of fun on this one. It was really important for me.
He also did.
AJ and Laura Dart did that one. Yeah. And then AJ did the next one. I had somebody else help me out with the airplane photos of grain fields.
So cool.
But yeah, no, this one especially was really fun because I was really trying to shy away from food styling.
Mm-hmm.
I could go on, but I won't. But I just really wanted to, for somebody to be able to look at something in a pan and be like, that's my end goal. And like literally be able to put a pan next to it and be like,
I'm close enough.
I just did it, you know?
Yeah.
Which I think is super important as opposed to what could be the opposite of a fairy tale setting of something and overly styled and feel like I need that to have a dinner party.
Yeah, it's not going to look like that.
No.
Is there any recipe more specifically for pasta that is a sentimental recipe or brings you back somewhere?
That's a good question.
I mean, I know that you're always going to think of pomodoro with lemon after this episode.
Yeah. If I could phone my grandma up, I would say, you forgot the lemon. I think the peas and squid dish is oddly nostalgic to me because of the way it smells. Okay. And like spring, and like it's not a normal squid dish because it's a long cook.
Where does it bring you to? Mentally?
Franny's probably. We were doing something like that on toast, but then it had squid ink in it. It wasn't a pasta, and just the smell. There's something about it, the way it smells, and then when you put the mint in, and then that has lemon in it, and lemon agamato, and then you kind of like pull all that together, and it's spicy, and it really feels like spring. I think. Cool. Also, probably the ramp pasta.
You have a few recipes of ramps, right?
Mm-hmm. There's a winter squash one that I'm really getting excited about with sausage and sage. It's coming up pretty soon. Classic
Dish for right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really excited. You just gave me this book, so I had a light read, but I usually go back to books many times and really read through the whole book before I put her down for a little bit. So I'm very excited to go through this.
Nice.
And now you own a farm.
Now I own a farm. Yeah.
A few years later,
50-acre farm.
You buy a farm.
I bought the farm. It's right in the gorge, right outside of Portland. It was established and homesteaded in 1900, so it feels like a big responsibility. It's a lot of fun.
What's your vision for it?
To turn it into an agricultural center that will be there forever.
Okay.
So a place to continue stewarding until I pass on, and then other people can take it on and keep it going, and a place to have dinners and pick apples and animals and trees and vinegar and all kinds of really fun things.
Unbelievable.
There's a big idea for it. I'm just going to keep seeing how far it can go and see where it goes. But it's a really cool opportunity.
A place to stay, like people could come and visit and stay for a bit, or more like a day?
Eventually, yeah, it'd be
Okay.
fun to be able to kind of have a couple places where people can stay. For sure.
That's amazing.
Yeah, either whether camping, finally got my campground, or just in the house eventually when I move on, and they can, rent that and be doing dinners or classes, or, just kind of immersing themselves in that.
Absolutely. Well, if you want to send an invite
For campers,
to be on the campground, we'll come.
there we go.
Okay, a few quick questions. If you were not cooking, what would you be doing?
Making movies.
Would you go back to, would it be hovering in like food doc movies, or complete, nope, none of that? Movie.
Yeah.
Do you ever wish that you'd,
Yes.
wow. Will you?
Hopefully. I don't know.
Let's
maybe.
keep the one word answers going. See how
This is
long
really
the ball
working.
can go. Oh, that's good. Okay. You would want to do it.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Get your farm going, make a ton of money passively, and make a movie on the farm.
There we go. Lose all the money. Lose the farm.
You fund it. So, Last question. What is a food combo or just a food item that you love that would possibly shock people?
Our peanut butter on BLTs is really cool. And that is
What?
that is turned into kind of like, well, think about a peanut sauce.
Yeah.
So then it has
the bacon,
like the
lettuce,
fish sauce
tomato.
that's in here with pickled peppers and things like that. And you thin it out. It still has the mayo. So it's just like 2 layers of mayonnaise, but one spicy and acidic. It's really delicious.
Peanut butter on a BLT. I'll try it.
It's actually really good. What's yours? What were you going to say?
You're going to hate it so much. I'm embarrassed by it every day, but prepackaged, like sitting for a week plus sandwiches. I know.
What is that?
I don't know. It's the moisture that's locked in. It's the really, really poor ingredient choices.
I thought you were going to be like some like cracker or like.
No.
But then you went for like a whole week.
Yeah. Airport has the best.
What? Yeah. I see what you're doing.
Like
there.
you walk into like a little, what do they call it? A newsstand, news plus, whatever the fuck those
What
things
else
are
do you
called.
get at an airport though?
I get 3 of those. What are you talking about?
But I know, but any
Bottle
other
of water.
snacks?
Maybe candy.
What kind of candy? The world wants to know.
I love sour. Anything that's sour and gummy related. Pairs really well
What
with
about
sandwiches.
if you're gonna get Doritos, Cool Ranch or Nacho?
Nacho.
Jesus Christ, I should have known. What about Cheez-Its?
Love. Extra toasted.
Right. What's the best dip for potato chips?
Ooh.
What's the best flavored potato chip?
Salt and vinegar. Dip? I'm not a big dip person.
Just in general?
No, but on a chip.
Okay.
I know. I like this. I've never been interviewed. It's great. Keep it going.
I had another one.
I mean, I'll dip into anything, but I can't say I'll enjoy it all.
I think everyone just got really disappointed that you like nacho over them.
I don't know if I'm disappointed about that one, to be honest. Airport every day.
How do you feel
I'm
about
disappointed.
Coca-Cola?
Love. Don't have it a lot. It's really not great for you, but
It's
love.
not good for you, but it is.
It's it's like a treat.
I think it is one of the best flavors that man has ever
It is?
created, to be honest. It's pretty wild.
Out of a
It's
bottle?
perfect. Yeah.
Glass bottle.
What do you put on what's your favorite cheeseburger?
Like where I get it, or is it how I order it?
The world's your oyster.
Ooh. Tomato cheese lettuce classic, toasted bun, butter. But I do love blue cheese. I love a blue cheeseburger.
That's great. Yeah, I love that too. Is there mayo on an Italian hoagie?
Yes.
You're gonna upset a lot of people.
What is vinegar, man?
Both. What are you talking about? You want some of that cream and you want some of.
No.
You clearly see I mix a lot of things.
Yeah.
I mix it.
That was good.
Can we do this for you?
Yeah, let's go.
Favorite chip?
Yeah, I like what you said about salt and vinegar for sure. I love real sour cream, like just unadorned. Like I could just
Dollop.
You have to take it away from me at some point.
Wow.
It's just like a glove. Like it's just get it in there with chips. It's
big glove.
my favorite thing. Yeah.
Okay.
Especially with the salt and vinegar because it's like making a sour cream chip.
It's a good balance,
Mm-hmm.
but I'll go solo any day.
Mm-hmm.
Nacho or Cool Ranch?
There's only one answer.
And it's nacho.
Nacho. No, it's Cool Ranch.
No.
It can be the next thing after you lose that debate.
That's our next battle.
That'll be the next debate. We'll just keep it going.
Your burger order.
I think it's kind of I think the burger question is kind of getting into like pizza, right? Like what style of pizza? Because there's styles now, right? Obviously, fucking smash burgers have taken over the world.
Yeah.
And sometimes they're really, 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 really great.
But it's a fast act, a smash burger. I feel like I could kind of.
But it also is different, like caramelization, and there's like less is more. Sometimes I want like a really thick burger. I finally had the Red Hook Tavern burger, which was amazing. I also like blue cheese on a burger.
It just melts perfectly.
Mm-hmm. So I don't know. I think that they're two.
Onion.
I think that I'm always onion and mustard. Like mustard is the most iconic thing on a burger. It makes a burger, in my opinion. But definitely onions, for sure.
This was amazing.
This was fun.
What a joy to get to know you and to
Me
know
too.
that you are a Cool Ranch person and
Now we're not friends anymore.
possibly. The book is out and you can buy it everywhere. You can order it probably everywhere as well.
Mhm.
And I very much, very much highly suggest you getting it and learning how to cook and have Joshua change your life through food.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. It was a pleasure having you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for listening. If you enjoyed the show, please subscribe to Campers wherever you listen to podcasts and leave a review. I'll catch you next time.